Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 610. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, as Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera, shoot the breeze, promote yourself, say hello like William M. Andrews is doing right now. Let me put your comment on the screen. Hey, William. William M. Andrews is here saying good afternoon from Durham, North Carolina. You know that's right. And of course, my favorite phrase, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. Fist bump to you, William. Happy to see you here. Yes, indeed. All right, just want to make sure people can see that little fist. Okay, there you go. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go to the, first I'm going to put on my specs so I can see the words. Let me move my keyboard out the way so I don't cause any accidents. And grab my little iPad mini. And let me scoot up just a little bit. Yeah, so I am at right now, durhamskywriter.com. I am on the, let me click on it. I am on the Word page. Actually, wait a minute. Wait. Let me go back real quick because this is fun. The cover story is out, the new cover story, Playing Old School Street Games. So I grew up, before my brother was born, I was the little sister. And my sister and I would join the other kids on the block. We're talking about the 1960s. On the south side of Chicago. The parents would all sit on one of the family's front porch and they'd smoke and, I guess, sip adult beverages while watching us play. And we would play these games. They were really fun. And it was really nice. These games really brought the community together, the kids together on the block. We weren't allowed to cross the street without supervision. And once we were all on the same side of the street, we would play these games. And so I started, when did I start posting these? I can't remember what year it was that I started posting these games, but I was getting thank yous from people who, employees of Durham Parks and Recreation and other folks who run summer programs and whatnot. Because a lot of kids don't know these games. They honestly don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Now, there's a couple of games that we played that my dad also played growing up on the south side of Chicago. So you might have heard of some of these, and I have instructions on how to play them. Simon Says, Hide and Seek, Mother May I, Red Rover, Red Light, some say red light, green light, and Freeze Tag. I don't have Crack the Whip because that was dangerous, even though we did like to play it. I'm not including that one. But if you have a game or two that I haven't included, especially those of you from places like New York, because, whenever you would read about kids on the streets of New York from back in the day, they would play games that, they would name the games, but we didn't know how to play them, like Kick the Can, and they played some marbles game or something. I don't know. And some other, I can't think of them all right now. But there are a bunch of games that I guess in other cities and places, and especially if you're from another part of the country or world and you have some kiddie games that you can explain to me, I would love to add that to my list because these games are so fun. I think my favorite is probably the most ridiculous one is Mother May I, because you're trying to get up to Mother, the kid who's leading the game in front, and so the mother gives you permission to take whatever kinds of steps. Of course, the mother doesn't want you to reach them, so they're trying to make you take baby steps as opposed to you can take regular steps, which are normal steps. Giant steps are, of course, the biggest steps you can take. And then the craziest steps are bathtub steps, where you lie on the ground with your hands, reaching as far as you can, and then wherever your hand is, then you get to put your feet stand up where your hand is. So you're taking the biggest steps in the world. Anyway, all these games are super fun. And I realized after looking out the window when I was living in Woodlawn in Chicago, I had realized that the kids didn't know how to play. They would chase each other and throw bowls of water at each other and just kind of stand around bopping their heads to rap music. But it was obvious they didn't know games. So yeah. So teach your kids these games, and I think they're just gonna love them. And again, if you have some games to add, yeah, contact me. Let me know. My information is right there on the screen, scrolling as we watch. All right, wanted to tell you about that. And now I'm going to go actually, let me go to the school tools page real quick because I rarely go to the school tools page during Bull City Hangout. You might say, well, school's out. But here's the thing. The summer reading program starts soon. How about that? So the summer reading program is offered by the Durham County Library. We have 7 libraries. All of the libraries are participating. And basically, it is to encourage kids to read over the summer. And it's not just kids, anybody. There's something called Summer Slide. And you don't know you've caught that until you get back to school and find out, ooh, I forgot how to read. That happened. That really does happen. Kids can fall behind a month or two, depending on whether they read, or some kids just play all summer and don't do any reading at all because they consider that part of school. It should be a lifestyle choice, because if you don't read over the summer, especially the little kids, what often happens once kids fall behind, sometimes they give up. My little brother did that, and it doesn't end well. Sometimes they're able to catch up, but yeah, you don't want your kid to feel discouraged and to lose faith in themselves and to feel like, well, it's not even worth it. I'm just going to start acting up and being a fool. So anyway, the summer reading program is offered by all of the Durham County libraries, and basically you can download and print out these logs, or of course you can go to any of the libraries, your favorite one, and pick up reading logs. So you're keeping track of the books that your children, one book per child, one log per child. And if your child is too young to read, then you can read to your child and still keep a list of the names of the books that you are reading. And then you might say, oh boy, I filled up all the pages. What do I do? Do I stop now? No, you don't stop. You turn in the booklet, and then the child gets to choose a prize. And then you get a new booklet and you start all over. And also you enter your child's name in the big raffle. Each library is going to have a raffle. And I don't know what the prizes are. They haven't told me. They used to tell me, but I guess they're probably getting that together right now as we speak. The program hasn't even started yet. So anyway, it's to encourage young people. And not just young people. You can be an adult without kids and still participate. They really want to participate reading over the summer. So even if you don't have kids, you might be 55 years old and, oh, did I miss it? Oh, I didn't miss it. Okay. William likes to point out when it's 12:12, where the time is the same number. And right now it's 12:46, so I almost missed it. Thanks, William. Love when he points that out. So you might be in your 60s and childless. It doesn't matter. You can still participate. So there are going to be kickoff expedition celebrations, and that's going to be for each library, each of the 7 libraries. Let me tell you what the schedule is. So the South Regional kickoff, and you can go to all of them if you want. I mean, it's not like you have to go to just one. So the South Regional at 4505 South Alston Avenue, their kickoff is tomorrow at 2. Bragtown, which is at 3200 Dearborn Drive, their kickoff is Friday at 10:30. North Regional at 221 Milton Road, their kickoff is Saturday at 10. The main library downtown at 300 North Roxborough, their kickoff is Saturday at 10:30. The East Regional at 211 Lick Creek Lane, their kickoff is also on Saturday, and it's at 11. The Southwest Regional at 3605 Shannon Road, their kickoff is Monday at 3. And Stanford L. Warren at 1201 Fayetteville Street, their kickoff is next Wednesday, the 17th at 4. So you can almost, there's a few that are overlapping. For the most part, you can go to all of them and just enjoy yourself. And I forgot to put it in the article, but you don't have to have a library card to participate, which I don't quite understand. That's why I didn't include it. I need to read it again and make sure I got that right. But it is always good, in my opinion, to get a library card. Why not? They're free. It doesn't hurt to get one. So, but anyway, I guess they're just saying, I guess they just want to encourage everybody to participate. And if you don't have one, you can still participate. But go ahead and get one, because I think all you need is, I think you need a photo ID. And unless things have changed, you can show them a bill, like your electric bill or water bill, with your address, your home address on it, just to make sure that you are a Durham County resident. And I think that's all they need. It might be different. I'll have to check and make sure. But yeah, so go ahead and sign up. Officially, the program starts on Monday, the 15th, and then it ends on Saturday, August 8th. They're also going to have all of these activities. The theme this year is Unearth a Story. So you're going to see dinosaurs all summer. Dinosaurs and archaeology and that sort of thing. So yeah. And they're going to have adventures and free activities all about the Unearth a Story theme at all the various libraries. So I have links where you can sign up and learn more, etc., etc. And I will definitely add all of these adventures and activities in the pages of the Durham Skywriter. All right. Okay, now let's go back to the Word page, the government and nonprofit information page, where there are programs and services that can help you, and you can find places to volunteer at. So I have American Red Cross classes, and where you can literally save lives. I have all kinds of different nonprofits and city agencies listed, and county and state agencies. So just check them out. Let me go to Durham Tech, because they like to have free classes online on Zoom for budding entrepreneurs. Oh, speaking of the libraries, wait, today is Wednesday. So the libraries are open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6. And then the libraries reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Okay, now let's check with Durham Tech. Now, these classes are being offered across the state, not just by Durham Tech. I just have them listed under Durham Tech. So let's see what classes we can take as budding entrepreneurs, with today being Wednesday the 10th. Let's see. This one starts at 1 o'clock. Okay, so at 1 o'clock, there's going to be a free class called Go Live and Get Paid. And I'm assuming they're talking about live streaming, which is what I'm doing right now, going online and getting paid. I might want to sign up for that. Yeah, so that should be really interesting. That's going to be today at 1. Ooh, I like this one. This one's going to be from 2 until 3:30, how to start a side hustle. Sometimes the best businesses start in the most casual way. You're just doing a little something on the side, and then it catches on, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, should I quit my job and start an actual business? Sometimes the answer is yes. You never know. So how to start a side hustle? Yeah, I would suggest that you check that out, because sometimes you realize people will pay for whatever. DJing is a good side hustle. A lot of people have regular jobs, and then on the weekends they do weddings and make all kinds of money. I do DJing as a side hustle. Some people make things, some people bake things. So yeah, and check it out. It's going to be today from 2 until 3:30, free on Zoom. Got the link for you right there. Go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the Word page, and scroll down to where it says Durham Tech Community Colleges Small Business Center. Okay, I think I have another class here. Let's see. Here's another class. Okay. From 6:30 until 8 tonight. Fundraising is soliciting. Why your nonprofit needs a charitable solicitation license. Oh, okay. I guess they have licenses for that. Okay, you can learn more about that. 6:30 until 8 for free on Zoom. All righty. Let's go to the To Your Health page real quick. And let's see what's going on in the health arena. Let's see. There are these health studies that you can check out and participate in. I got a bunch of them. And I have more that I have to add that I just picked up last week at the Durham, what was that? At the Durham Hunger Day event. So I'll be inputting those soon. But what I'm looking for right now are the blood drives. Let's see. Oh, I keep forgetting. Okay, the American Red Cross and Blood Connection, they're not going to have their next blood drive until Friday. I have to remember that. Okay. Oh, let me go to the top of the page and click on the big blue Health Events button. Maybe there are some events I can tell you about. Okay, let's see. Ooh, nothing today? Really? Okay, but tomorrow at 1, let me just let you know that at 1, wait, let me have to wipe my nose real quick. Please forgive me. I hate when people do this on camera. 1 second, please. Because I hate it when people sniff and everything. Okay. Ah. All righty, I am back. Okay. Now, let's see. Today's the 10th. Oh, here it is. So tomorrow, I'm going to tell you about this now because this is at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So the Alzheimer's Foundation of America, they have an online Care Connection webinar. And it's for caregivers. This month, they'll be talking about everything you need to know about the Medicare and Medicaid CMS guide model and how you can benefit. Wow, that's a mouthful. So that's going to be tomorrow from 1 until 2. So this is a new approach designed to improve dementia care for people living with dementia and their caregivers through coordinated services, care navigation, respite, education, and community-based support. I could have used all of that while taking care of my aunt because it is so isolating to take care of someone with Alzheimer's. Wow, that sounds really good. You might want to check that out. If you're a caregiver, someone in your family has dementia or Alzheimer's, you might want to check this out. It's always good to get help from outside. Ask how I know. So anyway, yeah, so this is going to be a really great class. Tomorrow at 1, a 1-hour class on Zoom, free and offered by the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. Highly recommend that. Okay, for sure. All righty, I think I'm going to tiptoe over to the Senior Scope page and let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. Great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. So today is Wednesday, is it not? Yes. So let's see what's going on this afternoon. Let's see. Kings in the Corner at noon all day. That's a card game. They'll be playing Pinochle all afternoon. And oh, wait. That's Thursday. Wednesday, sorry. Whoa. Oh, still, they're going to have Pinochle. Now, they're going to have Pinochle classes today, all afternoon, starting at 12:30. So you probably see them playing cards, and you might say, darn it, I want to play, but I don't know how to play Pinochle. Here's your chance to learn. They also have, they're going to start listing dominoes in next month's newsletter. It's so fun to play. And they play dominoes just about every day. And for some reason, I guess they just forgot to list it. But I'm letting you know that you can play cards and you can play dominoes as well. So all to your heart's content, all afternoon. Okay, also happening this today, this afternoon, chair flow and flex at 1. Life line dancers at 3:30. So if you want to learn all the line dances, you might want to check that out. Now tomorrow morning, seniors on the move line dancing at 8:35. Just ask George as tech questions for a couple of hours starting at 9 in the computer lab. Open art studio all morning in the art studio starting at 9. Breakfast bingo at 9:30. Yoga Your Way at 10. And you see the red FB there. That means that this particular class will be live from the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page. All right. Oh, one more thing. Keep it moving, gentle exercise at 10. Oh, conversational French club at 11 tomorrow. Cardio and more at 11:15 tomorrow. And as I was saying, Kings in the Corner and Pinochle all afternoon. They're open late tomorrow until about 7 o'clock. And, Thursday Bible study. That's tomorrow at 12:30. All right, now let me check for the special events. Let's see. That's already happened. Actually, going on right now is the Little Garden Club meeting. I was mentioning that yesterday. I wanted you to know about it. They're meeting today. The meeting started at 11 and will go until 1 o'clock. And I was noticing that their new garden, the raised garden beds in the front of the building, they're looking good. But I noticed some empty spaces. So maybe you can adopt, I don't know what the word is, adopt a space in the new raised bed community garden and put some crops in there, some flowers. So so you might want to check that out. Okay, also happening, let's see. Now, that's today. Tomorrow, though, they're going to have free notary services. If you have a document that needs to be notarized, you can do so free of charge tomorrow from 9:30 until 11:30 in Office 216. And you do need to register, though. So what you do, you call 919-688-8247, and that's extension 104. Excuse all the beeping noises. My iPad beeps whenever somebody goes on the Durham Skywriter website. So 4 people at once. Wow. Okay. Also tomorrow at noon, exploring art mediums, outdoors with watercolor pencils. So the instructor, Marie, I think she's going to be leading the class outside. Okay. Exploring the beauty of the flowers in the community garden that I just mentioned. And you'll be using watercolor pencils. That sounds nice. Get some nice blending in there and get some nice colors on the canvas. Yeah, that should be nice. So that's going to be tomorrow from noon until 1. Oh, and also tomorrow, the Pride Afternoon Matinee. Tomorrow at 3 in the theater. I'll remind you tomorrow. They're going to be showing the movie Imagine Me and You from 2005. And just to let you know, they'll be talking about genealogy on Friday to help celebrate Juneteenth. So that's going to be Friday, offered by CBAC. That's a new nonprofit concerned Black American citizens. And they'll be leading this talk and this conversation about doing family research and the importance of collecting family stories and histories. And I keep telling myself I'm going to write so many, because I have so many stories that I remember that my granddad used to tell, and my grandmother used to tell me. I need to write them down so they can be passed down. It's so important to pass these stories down. It really is. My sister was amazed because I was using this funny word, Irish. And she was like, Irish? What is that? But taking care of my aunt here in Durham, she told me that her wait, Banny is her grandmother, Banny, um, because somebody couldn't say granny. But anyway, would when the weather was like kind of cool, she'd say it was airish. And so I use that word, even though I never got the chance to meet Banny. I was born in the 50s and she died in the 1940s, so I never met her. But I use her word, and it's kind of good to know, things about your family, and it's just fun. It's fun to pass around to other relatives and to laugh and talk and just to marvel at the fact that you can know so much about your relatives without having even met them. So I think they're going to really point out how important it is to write these things down, record them. I want to talk about or mention two things that you can do to preserve your family stories. The Museum of Durham History has a recording studio, and they invite people. You don't have to be old. I mean, you can be any age, and just tell a story about growing up in Durham, or about your life or whatever. Um, I was just at the Stanford L. Warren Library yesterday. They just built their own. They have a recording studio at Stanford L. Warren Library. So they're inviting people to come do podcasts. They have a keyboard in there. You can do music production. Anyway, let me continue and respect your time. I think that's it for the Senior Scope page. Oh, I do want to mention, though, that JFK Towers, 4900 North Roxborough Road, they are now a Durham Center for Senior Life satellite. So on weekdays from 8:30 until 1:30 or so, they have activities for free. You can go if you live on the north end of town, or you just want to, a change from the downtown activities. You can check them out. So tomorrow, with it being Thursday, they will have coffee and community at 8:30, health and wellness activity at 9:30, cardio and more at 10:30, congregate meal, which is free lunch, at 11:30, and bingo at 12:30. Let me see if they have any special events this week. Let's see. Oh, okay, tomorrow, 9:30 until 10:30, students from North Carolina Central University, they'll be leading a workshop about stress management, healthy communication, and strategies for everyday wellness. Okay, you might want to check that out over there at JFK tomorrow at 9:30. Okay. I do want to mention that Little River Senior Center is also available for seniors. They're independent. They're at 8305 North Roxborough Road. That's in Bahama. So if you live way north, you can visit that. They're all the centers are free. So I mean, you can go back and forth. Whatever. Each of the centers will welcome you with open arms. Everybody's just so very nice. Now at Little River, they have activities too, from 8:30 until 1:30, and they have a walking club, free play gym. They have an entire gymnasium. Bring your basketball. They play cards. They have guitar and bass lessons, crocheting, bingo, all kinds of fun, and free lunch at 11:30. So I invite you to check all of them out. Okay, let's go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. Let's do that. There we are. Okay, now today's the 10th. Let's see. Okay, Catholic Charities, they run the Durham Community Food Pantry in the Lakewood Shopping Center. And they're only there until 1 o'clock because they do this on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 10 until 1. So if you can get there by 1 o'clock, 2020 Chapel Hill Road, then you can get some food. You can only go once a month, but you can zip over there real quick if you can get there by 1 o'clock. If you can't get there by 1, don't worry about it because today's Wednesday, and they'll be doing it again from 5 until 7. So you talk to a social worker once you get your number. And then there are people there who speak Spanish, and I know there's at least one person there who speaks French. Let them know if you can't have dairy or pork. They'll make a substitution. They have other giveaway items. You never know what they'll be because people are always donating something to Catholic Charities, but they also have diapers. So don't forget to ask for diapers if you have little ones at home. They have all the different sizes, the newborn up to the toddler sizes, and then they have the bigger ones for adults. All right. Now going on right now at Hub RTP at 3151 Elian Drive off of Highway 54, they have Shuffle, which is their weekly outdoor lunchtime concert series. So today until 1:30, they start at 11:30 until 1:30. Wake Moody will be there doing old school R&B, rock, and modern pop. And you can probably bring your own lunch or get lunch from the food. I know there's going to be food trucks there. And maybe you can purchase. Don't forget that right practically next door at Boxyard RTP, there's restaurants there. I don't know if they have restaurants at Hub RTP because I've been over there for the South Durham Farmers Market. Wait a minute, have I? Oh my goodness. I talk about it so much. I don't think I've been over there yet. But anyway, I know there's plenty of parking. But yeah, you might want to check that out and let me know how it goes. Yeah, indeed. Also happening today, St. Joseph AME Church, 2521 Fayetteville Street. They will be giving away groceries today from 2 until 3. The Emmanuel Food Pantry, they operate out of the Iglesia Presbiteriana Emmanuel. That's at 2504 North Roxborough Street, but don't head straight there. They give away food between 2 and 4, but you have to sign up first. So you have until 1 o'clock. Go online, sign up. The link is right there on the Let's Go page. Go to DurhamSkyWriter.com, go to the Let's Go page, look for today's date. You'll see it. Click on that link. Let them know how many people are in your family and when you can get there between 2 and 4. Then when it's your time, then you go to the intersection of Lavender and Banner, and then they'll let you know when you can zip over to the church. The reason why they do it that way is because they had been tying up traffic a little bit there on Roxborough Street, which, as you know, is a very important street. And they don't want to be bad neighbors, so they're doing it that way now. They're having people to sign up in advance and then head over to a close-by intersection to keep Roxborough clear. Okay, also happening this afternoon, the Wednesday Durham Farmers Market. That's going on today in Durham Central Park, 501 Foster Street from 3 until 6. You can get fresh fruits and vegetables, and because it's spring, you can probably get some plant starts too. Flowers, pastries, honey. Now, you don't always see the same vendors that are there on Saturdays, so it might be a whole new adventure for you. And if you have kids or grandkids, you can definitely take them with you and air them out, let them run around. Just let them know that they cannot cross the street without your permission, without holding your hand, because those cars are zipping up and down. It's not like on Saturdays. They do not stop traffic on Foster Street on Wednesdays. So let your kid know that you need to be with them when they cross the street. Another thing I want to let you know is that if you use SNAP, EBT, WIC, public housing, you can double your money. Stop by the manager's table first before you go shopping, because you want to double your money and get more for your money, and introduce your children to nice, beautiful, fresh fruits and vegetables. Another thing about the kiddies, they have the Sprouts Club. So while your kid's being aired out, they might say, wait a minute, what are those other kids doing? They have the Sprouts Club every week, same hours as the farmer's market from 3 until 6. Now, when I went, last time I was there on a Wednesday, the Museum of Life and Science was there, and they had giant bugs and things for the kids to look at, and other cool things, coloring books and things like that. So I don't know if they're there every week, but I know that they have activities for the children planned out for every week. They can drop in. It's a drop-in event. They don't have to be there from 3 until 6. They can just drop in, participate in the activity, and after they're done, each child gets a $5, like a little coupon thing that they could spend at the farmer's market. So Yeah, definitely take your kid to to join the Sprouts Club. Okay, now later today at Kings Park International Church, 1305 Odyssey Drive, they're hosting their food pantry and clothing closet. So you can get food and maybe a little outfit, maybe getting back to work, getting back on your feet, getting back out there, and you want to step out with confidence. So that is today from 5 until 6. And I already mentioned Catholic Charities. They run the Durham Community Food Pantry in the Lakewood Shopping Center this evening from 5 until 7. It's game night at Boxyard RTP, 900 Park Offices Drive, off of Highway 54. So from 5:30 until 8:30, you're sitting outdoors. You're making new friends. You're playing card games and having a good time. Totally free. You will be surrounded by restaurants and eateries. So if you get hungry or thirsty, you can always make a quick purchase and then get back to the games. Now, Keep Durham Beautiful needs our help. They're looking for volunteers to take part in the Solite Park Tire Toss, and that's from 6 until 8 this evening, when it'll hopefully be cooling off a little bit. 4704 Fayetteville Road. Basically, I guess what's happened is that people, mechanics or whoever, have been dumping tires in Solite Park. And again, it's right off of Fayetteville Road at 4704. And they need help getting rid of those tires. So from 6 until 8, hopefully volunteers will show up and help get rid of all of these tires. This is like the third one. They must have an awful lot of tires there. So yeah, the tire toss, that's today from 6 until 8. If you could help out, I know they'd appreciate it. Now, Wheels Durham at 715 North Hoover Road, they're hosting the $6 Wednesday R&B skate with DJ That Boy EJ from 6 until 8:30. So roller skaters get in for $6 online. Get your ticket online in advance. I got the link for you, because if you don't get the ticket online, then you'll have to pay $8 at the door. Now, you can rent skates if you don't own them, so that's fine. And $6 is quite the price for roller skating. That's real cheap. So there you go. That is tonight, 6 until 8:30. Now, you might hear some drumming if you're in or around downtown tonight. It'll probably be Batala Durham, the Brazilian drum ensemble. They rehearse in Durham Central Park every Wednesday from 7 until 9. And they welcome you to come in and listen, dance, hang out. So that's going to be this evening from 7 until 9 in Durham Central Park. Speaking of music, Brett's open mic is tonight from 7 until 10 at the Blue Note Grill downtown at 709 Washington Street. So you go there and you give him $5, you have a seat, order a little din-din, and the band will be playing R&B, smooth jazz, and funk. And if it gets good to you and you figure, oh, I can hang with these cats, then you can sign up and hop on stage and join them. Sing and play, whatever. Like I said, R&B, smooth jazz, and funk. That should be lots of fun. And if you can't go out tonight, you're busy or babysitting or whatever, you can always attend via Facebook. Now, tomorrow morning, Catholic Charities again will be running the Durham Community Food Pantry from 10 until 1 in the Lakewood Shopping Center. They're going to have Baby and Me Yoga at Jewish for Good, which is at 1937 West Cornwallis Road, where parents and their little ones between the ages of 4 months and 1 year, you're invited to come learn how to do yoga, or at least focused movements and relaxation. The class fee is $10, or you can become a member of Jewish for Good and go to all of these yoga sessions for free. Might want to think about that. That happens after lunchtime. Okay, so that is it for what's happening tomorrow before lunchtime. Oh, and put my iPad down here and reach for my phone. Let's take a little peek at the weather. It's hot. That's all I need to say. It's 85 degrees. It's, Every time I get ready to say it's cloudy, the sun comes out. It's almost as if it's listening. But anyway, it's 85 degrees. It's cloudy, and it's supposed to go up to 89 degrees today. So pretty hot. Now, I thought it was going to rain, but they changed the forecast. It says around 2 o'clock there's a 10% chance of rain, so you might see a few drops, you might not. Where did the thunderstorms come in? Because I see thunderstorms. Oh, so if there are thunderstorms, it'll be early this morning, like after midnight. But still, that's 10%. Although it said, wait, in one spot it says 10%, in another spot it says 35%. Maybe they're doing some kind of math. Anyway, the high today will be 89 and maybe some rain. Now tomorrow, the high will be 95, back up to the 90s, with a 55% chance of thunderstorm. Not just rain, but thunderstorms tomorrow. Looking ahead, Friday, 97, thunderstorms. Saturday, 92, thunderstorms. Sunday, 96, thunderstorms. I hope not, because there's some activities I'm supposed to be participating in, and I hate look at this, thunderstorms every day through next Thursday. Boy. Wow. And wildly fluctuating temperatures. But it's spring, so that's what we should expect, right? It is still just spring. I think summer starts in 2 weeks. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay, now, tomorrow I might do my show live and I might not. It all depends. We'll see. You might see me doing the show a little late tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm going to look into that. But I do hope that you have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow, either at noon or a little later. And then on Friday, yeah, I'll be live on Friday for sure. This is a great way, by the way, not only to find out what's happening in Durham, but also to practice. You're practicing to be on camera with no pressure. Maybe you want to do what I'm doing. You want to live stream, do a show, and you want to know what it's like to be on camera. You can always join Bull City Hangout. I do the show live at noon on weekdays, and then 10 a.m. on Saturdays. It's also a great way to promote yourself, your business. I love that. Your special events. All that would be great. So anyway, we let you go, and I'll see you tomorrow when I see you. Ciao for now.